today's the anniversary. My brother's been gone for a year, so I thought today would be a good day to put out the brochure for the Farmall Super C. This tractor is a 53 Super C, which was the same year my brother was born. They came out in 1951 and replaced the earlier Farmall C, which came out in 1948, which replaced the B before that. But the Super C was really quite a tractor for when it came out. It had live hydraulics, which the C had also, which was pretty rare among the other tractors, meaning that you didn't have to have the clutch engaged for the hydraulics to work. They worked independently of the clutch, so the hydraulics were in front of the clutch. So that meant that they were live, and as long as the tractor motor was running, you had hydraulic power. And so in 1951, when they came out, they still had a drawbar. They didn't have the fast hitch. And to be honest with you, I think I'd probably be a little bit disappointed if I'd bought a 51 or a 52 Super C, and then in 53 they came out with a fast hitch and a whole line of equipment that you could just back in and hook right in, like this mower, for example, on my 200. Such a simple way to hook things up. And by 1955, Farmall's whole line from the Cub up to the 400 had the fast hitch available, and from the 300 to 400 they were a bigger prong, and the Cub was a single prong, but it was the large prong like on the 300. But the Super C itself is one of my favorite tractors. It's really a nice tractor to drive. It handles really well. It's powerful. It's about 25 horsepower, and it'll do anything you want to do on a small farm. And for a lot of farms at that time, you know, when they only had 10 cows or so, the Super C was the tractor. You had that in a Cub maybe, and you could do everything. So one of my favorite tractors, and we'll get that brochure out to you, and I hope you enjoy that. Thank you for watching. Now, just a couple of points. Besides the fast hitch on the Super C, it had a water pump, so that means that they had a taller grill on it. So the Super C and the C grills are not interchangeable, even though from afar they look the same. It had dual action disc brakes instead of the band style brakes, so it had a lot more surface area for better braking. It had a bigger clutch, and the whole frame was beefed up, so all the mounting pads were reinforced, as well as the steering wheel was bigger. I think it went to a 14-inch steering wheel instead of a 12-inch. So it was really a much improved tractor. The tires were the same, and a lot of the direct connect equipment, if you didn't have the fast hitch, was the same. But all in all, a much better, much more robust tractor. That C design was really in place until 1958 or so, with the close of the 230 when they went to the 240. So anyway, if you haven't already, please take a moment and hit subscribe. Really enjoy having you along, and I also appreciate your comments down below.